Well, hello MGTOW, welcome back. Sorry it's been a while, I've been busy at work, and anyways, it is what it is. I guess that's my way of going my way. You know, doing the things I have to do in my personal life. I have a life outside of this internet thing we got going on here. But anyways, like I said, welcome back. And you know, I want to talk a little bit about my last video first, and then I want to talk about a few random things regarding women. So my last video got some people upset and they left, and also there were some of my subscribers that really liked the video. A lot of people really liked the video, so it was a matter of they got to know me, and but more importantly, I got to know who my subscribers are, and I find that the subscribers, the people that listen to me, are largely a reflection of who I am, and this kind of took me by surprise. We tend to, I sort of knew that we tend to create of these channels a reflection of what we are and what we value or whatnot, and the people that listen to me are very smart. I know I'm tooting my own horn here, but they're also kind of weird. They're weirdos. Like I said, they're just like me, and I love every bit of it. I really do. It's a lot of fun talking about all kinds of issues with you guys. So I'm really happy about that. But we gotta get back to talking about women, because the issue here is how we're being done a number by these women, right? And it's sometimes we have to stick to the truth, even if people are gonna leave our side, right? If they leave us because we said some truths, then that's more power to us, right? And they're I got a couple of detractors here in the Manosphere, a couple of my haters here in the Manosphere, and they say, well, Sweet Padre, they say he's overdoing it. They say I'm overdoing it, all right? That I'm not a simple man, that I'm not humble, and so forth and so on, right? But these are the same guys that 6 months ago they were talking about the invasion of male spaces, and today they welcome women into the Manosphere with open arms. The last bastion of hope, the last space that we had for ourselves here. Now you see a couple of these guys, a couple of them, bringing women into it, and it's a shame, because the minute they turn around, physically, or figuratively, right? But I've seen it, done physically in the Manosphere here. The guy turns around, and the women start spewing out their bull crap, and so they're giving these girls a a voice within this space that we had set aside for ourselves, this space that we guarded. And I do remember, one time there was this gentleman who proclaimed that he was the MGTOW police, the authority on MGTOW. He was the policeman of MGTOW, and he did a great job at that. And now, sadly, I see that it all has changed. It just it broke my heart, like in the same way that an incel gets his heart broken, you know, off by one of these you know, Instagram thoughts. He really did, to see this, you know. And so these trad cocks, you know, my arch enemies are the trad cocks, right? Because that's what some of these guys are. They come into the Manosphere pretending to be for the freedom of men, and they end up, you know, always revealing themselves as traditional conservatives. And these trad cocks, they're out to change women, or they think that women are that they're just being you know, manipulated to destroy men, right? Because that's what we see out here. You know, the women are out for revenge. These girls are out for revenge. In case you haven't noticed, MGTOW, these girls are out for revenge, and their minds are filled with you know, ideas of how they have been oppressed and how they are oppressed, and all of their reality is filtered through this set of beliefs that guide their lives, and you are the culprit. You, in their mind, you know, in the minds of these you know, good for nothing modern Western women, you know, you are the reason for her oppression, right? You are the reason for the situation in which she finds herself, and so they're out for revenge. They think that you are you're holding them down, you know, that you have placed a quote unquote glass ceiling on their ability, you know, their ability to climb to higher echelons of the higher echelons of society here, and so they're gonna do everything in their power to destroy you. That's what these girls are all about. And you look at these girls, and you're thinking, well, you know, wow, she's so beautiful, you know, maybe I can talk to her, maybe I can, you know, maybe we can start, you know, start something nice, right? And little do you know that, you know, their hearts are filled with larceny. And so these traditional conservatives, they don't see any of that. They think that it's just, you know, the propaganda that's coming from above, and that the girls are all innocent, you know, that they're just pawns in the game, in this game of, you know, of power and control. But what the traditionalists fail to see is that the girls are also like that from the very beginning. They were like that even before they got brainwashed by feminist propaganda. They were masters of trickery and deception, and now they're just angry because they tell them that you are the reason for the condition that they find themselves in. And so my advice to you is the same as always: to stay away from these girls. Stay away. It's just not worth it. And if you look around, you know, they have, you know, what you see on the streets here is pretty sad. You know, on the television screen you see one thing, you know, for those of you who still watch television, right? And the streets show a different reality. You know, you have nothing but land whales walking these streets, degenerate land whales. And so it's a matter of staying sane in this filthy world. It's a matter of staying clean. You know, it's a matter of keeping yourself whole, right? It's a matter of maintaining your focus. You see, and the beautiful thing about being a monk is that we monks, and I want to put a side note here, because, you know, I disagree with some of the monks on some social issues. But I respect these guys. I have a lot of respect for them. You know, all the monk channels, I have a lot of respect for. And some red pill channels, some MGTOW channels, some true MGTOW channels. You know, that I've been subscribed to for a while, and you know, I have a lot of respect for these guys. But the monks, you know, we come, you know, historically the monks have shown themselves in times of social turmoil, right? We come in and we show up in a society that is rocked by turbulent waters. And historically, you know, the monks served as the preservers of, you know, the culture of the civilization in which they lived, and they did that through writing, not so much speech, but they did it through, you know, their writings, right? And today, you know, we, the MGTOW monks, we preserve this great American culture of ours, this Western culture. We preserve it through our videos, and so even though sometimes, you know, we may have conflicting views on how to best proceed, right, in the creation of this new society, this post-feminist society, it is the monks that bring out the best of the culture that surrounds them, and they put it out here in videos as a way to preserve it for posterity. And so I'm very glad that these gentlemen exist. And so, you know, back to the topic of women. You know, it's funny how, you know, the kinds of things that are expected of men nowadays, you know, that these women are expecting for men to accept. Looks like we're moving towards relationships with multiple participants, you know, where she's at the center of, you know, of these love, you know, circles, or love triangles, or love circles, right? And so you want to avoid the love circle, because it's not a healthy environment. The love circle, you know, where she's the queen bee and she's surrounded by a group of guys, right, who serve, you know, and who serve her, right, to use because that's a term that the girls are using nowadays. They want the men to serve them, right? And this is a term that only the dominatrix used to make use of. You know, it was the dominatrix that used to talk like this. You know, that used to employ this kind of language. And so you have women out here on this internet talking about, you know, if you aspire to be a better provider, you know, this is what you have to do. And so you want to avoid that situation, you know, being a better provider is nothing to aspire to. You know, there are way better things in life to aspire to than to enslave yourself to a woman simply because she has a vagina between her legs. It's not that serious, guys. It's not that serious. And so that's one thing you want to avoid, you know. But it definitely does seem as though society, you know, at least Western society, is moving towards that. You know, the women are dictating the terms of the relationships, right? Terms and conditions. But that's all irrelevant if you're able to control your sexuality and you're able to walk away. You're able to keep your freedom, because at the very end, that's what that's what they're asking for. They're asking for your freedom in return for something that has a lot less value. And so it's not a fair trade-off here. It's not a fair trade. Absolutely not. So I'm all for the freedom of men. The freedom of the individual. And this leads me to another thing that's been in my mind lately, and that is, that the Tradcogs, the traditional conservatives, again, they think that things are going to return to their normal, or what they used to think that was normal. You see, but what they fail to ignore is this new reality that we are facing now. The notion that women are completely at ease with having children from multiple men. Now you say, "Sweet Padre, what do you mean?" I say that women want children from different men. They're biologically wired for that. And we didn't know about this until very recently, and the reason was because women were in a situation where they always depended on men for their sustenance. But now, because they can make $1 in the marketplace, they're aiming to satisfy this biological need of theirs to have children from multiple men. Now, why would a woman want children from multiple men? Well, this is the way in which she can guarantee that she passes off her genes and that they're spread out in nature as much as possible. You see, if she just has children with one man, then if his children are not attractive to other women and other men, then what would happen is her genes don't get to they don't get passed on. But if she has children with multiple men, then her chances of passing on her genes to future generations dramatically increases. And the other reason why why women love having children from multiple men is because they can virtual signal to other women that she can command the attention and the resources of many men, that she is attractive, that she has power over other men and other women as well. And then, of course, there's the issue of the way that society is set up nowadays, where a woman that has children from multiple men can benefit from social programs that have been set up, that have been put in place to benefit them, right? So it's all about her ego, right? The children serve as proof that she is desired, right? That she has it going on. She has children from different men. She doesn't have to say that she's beautiful, that she's attractive. Even though she's now a land whale, again, the children serve as evidence that somebody desired her, right? And in her mind, women don't think like us. In her mind, the more people that desire her, the better, right? she doesn't think, you know, they don't think that guys, we don't like a woman that is used. You see, we see her as being, you know, her sexuality being devalued with every sexual interaction that she has had with different men. So anyways, just a few red pills there. I hope this information finds you well. I hope it serves to wake somebody up out there. You know, and if you were part of a crowd, you know, of perhaps you come from a family, you know, a woman that has had children from different men. Now you know why. You know, it's all about her ego and her status in society, that above other women. The resources that she can control and that she can have as a, you know, at her disposal as a result of you know, her being attractive. Anyways, MGTOW, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video soon. Hopefully we get to talk more about women, and as soon as this flu thing that's going on, you know, it's over, maybe these seemingly good girls will start biting back, and we're gonna have to show them what's good once more. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next video. It's been a pleasure. Later.